Okay, it's 6:02. I will call the August 18th meeting to order. Julie, if you do a roll call.
Yeah. Beecham,
Here.
Caldwater, here. Andrew,
Here.
Craig.
Yep.
And Daniel is absent. Daniel did text me earlier. He's is going to try and make it, but his work, he had to get his employees set up. So with that, I would entertain a motion to excuse Daniel.
So moved. I'll support.
It's been moved and supported. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Just before we get started going through the whole thing, I think everybody is aware, Charlie and Casey had to fly down to, left yesterday, and they're actually on their way back right now in the air. Fly down to Texas for MPPA, and for Lowell Light and Power to look at, another vendor, for the, generation. And, so we already had moved the meeting. This is not our regular board meeting. It would have been last week, but the MPPA summer meeting was held up in Marquette. So Casey and I think Casey was up there, right? And Charlie were both up there. We decided after discussion that we don't have a lot of things on the agenda, but Lowell Light and Power will continue, and we'll have this, have our meeting, because you never know what is going to happen or what would happen, that somebody couldn't make it, and we always need to keep the lights on. So we're gonna go through this. So, and if some questions come up and Julie or Zach can't answer those, we'll make a note, and Charlie will get back and be able to answer any questions that anybody has. So with that, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'd like to move to approve the agenda as printed.
And I'll support. Sorry.
Yes.
It's been moved and supported. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of the minutes from the July 14th meeting, regular board meeting. I would entertain a motion.
I'll move.
And,
I'll support.
and Andrew supports. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Safety moment. I think Julie's handling the safety moment.
So we're just going to do a little quick electricity 101. We get these from Safe Electricity subscription we have, and kind of to stay safe around electricity, start with these 7 basic tips. Not going to read all of them, but don't overload your outlets. Don't use faulty electric cords or plugs. Never remove the grounded pin from a 3-prong plug underneath that faulty one. And then number 3, have your electrician's number on your phone if you need to call them. Be careful around water. Keep off the electricity devices away from water, including like cell phones that you're charging. Don't be standing in water and plugging your cell phone. Evaluate your appliances. So don't use appliances that are in disrepair. Older or broken appliances can overheat and start a fire. Test your GFCIs. So outlets have that little plug, and then just test them. It recommends monthly to make sure that they're working properly. And then make sure your home is up to code, so your home should be wired and electrically sound. Contact a reputable electrician to evaluate your home.
Okay. Let's make a note, 607, Daniel, better known as Parnelli Jones, came flying in there. I see your truck going, "Some-"
And that was open for me. Yeah.
So anyway.
I knew everybody was here. Nobody didn't want.
Is in attendance.
Okay.
Can you go back to that, the safety moment, just for a second? The other one that I believe, because, my mother always talks about it. And I couldn't tell you who it was, but in her lifetime, somebody here in Lowell, left their, toaster plugged in, and the toaster caught fire and burned the house down. And so, one is, evaluate your appliances, but you might want to think also when they're not in use to unplug them.
I just toaster go a little sparky on me when I was a little kid. The cord going into the bottom of it got frayed, and
So anyway,
Yeah. Perfect.
okay.
Okay.
Public comment. Any comments from the public? We really don't have any. We just have board members and the city council liaison. So we'll move on to action items. There are no action items to take care of tonight. So informational items, and I'm going to turn this over to Julie, and she's Charlie, Julie, Zach. We met Monday and re-rehearsed everything and things that he felt they wanted to share. And so Julie's going to take care of a lot of those things.
Thank you, Julie.
Well, I'm gonna try. I'm sure I won't be as well as Charlie. I'm not as well spoken as him. Okay, so let's see. Here's the minutes. The minutes. I'm not sure. Because isn't the MERS the first thing?
Yep.
And under informational items.
Yeah.
Okay. You do have one in general.
Okay, I guess it just shows the chart.
Yes,
So
I
it
think,
shows the chart and then the wordings below it.
right.
Okay, I just.
Well, I remember that because Charlie said, Andrew would like this because it's got charts, and
Yeah,
Henry would like this because it's got numbers. And
yeah. So pretty much, we had our normal evaluation. It goes through 2025, December 2025, and they evaluate, the thing that we talked about that is important that we want to point out is more about the surplus, right? So we've been putting money into the surplus, and then that goes in there. It also evaluates, keeps like our totals for all our programs. There's 2 programs that we have. Go to the chart. This.
I mean, basically, if you look at the chart, and it's kind of in reverse. Most time we're seeing stuff. Well, it shows, where we are and because of the numbers, and it actually shows what with the surplus that it's brought it down further what we have contributed. And so we're continually working towards being in a better position with adding the surplus to the MERS.
And what I think I say every year is we've got a plan, we're working the plan is working, and yeah, it all looks good.
Yeah, yep, the chart shows that, like, the progress of it, obviously.
Did that say we're about 63 to 65% funded?
Yeah.
Is that where that was looking at, that
Mhm.
number? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in a good place.
Mhm.
I think we've talked about it before. And this is where Daniel probably can chime in. I don't think we're ever going to be 100% funded, because that doesn't put us.
No.
You can be over invested, whatever. And I think we're on a track that keeps us in that doable or.
Sure. I mean, I think your liability is always going to be subject to assumptions. So to be 100%, it would be momentarily that you would be 100. Next day you could be 99 or 102. And also, I think probably Charlie would talk about spreading it amongst ratepayers, not subsidizing current ratepayers to get us higher and higher funded versus like spreading it a long time and better uses of money in the meantime. But to mention, me and Charlie talked about it, just having like, again, we have that surplus is like, we can always, at a later date when they keep refiguring their assumptions, and if our payment ends up ballooning, we can use that surplus to bring the overall down, which then brings our payments down. So,
And that said, if we had some other emergency, we could actually
yeah, we
use it at our
can
discretion.
use that to
Yeah.
keep our cash in house. Yeah. I think we're in good shape.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
like Craig said,
we have a
we have a plan and it's moving along.
And it keeps the state out of our nose too.
We contribute to
That
it
is the
monthly, but if we want to
What's that?
stop,
That is the hope.
Yes, it is. Don't come and tell me.
that's what we have.
No, they tell me
Oh,
we
look at your
everyone
budget.
get grants.
Okay,
And then
any
next-
questions? Performance data?
Yeah, so this just goes over the KWH and everything. Obviously, we're only 1 month, right, into the fiscal year, so, not a lot of information to compare it to, besides like last year, I guess, but, for this fiscal year, we don't have a lot. I guess that's just my thought on it. I don't know. Obviously, you guys have looked at your stuff before the meeting, so I'm just showing you the same stuff we already looked at. The one thing I wanted to mention about the PCA is continuously going up, so that is going to affect people's bills. The bill amount that we charge on each person's bill, this is the first month that we are charging 10 cents versus 95 cents. So that would reduce someone's bill for that. That is okay. And then unrestricted investments in cash. The purple and white at the top, the bond redemption fund, got lower in July because we made our payment, we make it twice a year. So that is reflected there. See where it was larger, so we were putting money in there and then had to make a payment, so.
Overall, I'm sorry to do this to you, but overall, are we from 95 cents to 10 cents, but are our ratepayers seeing increases in their bills? I mean, we had a little short, I came into a conversation that we want to keep private, but, is there a concern, of more and more people struggling to pay their bill? I mean, are they-
I think in the summer months when bills are high because everyone's trying to cool themselves off, right?
Yep.
Air conditioning or fans, mostly air conditioning, but the bill is higher, so you're using more, then you're more likely to struggle. Because your bill's normally $70, now it's $120, so they're already going through a hard time, they're already in the past due, and then they get this higher bill, and then they can't make their payments. But we refer them to From a lot, so they need to use the services in the community that will help them. There's so many programs at From that can help them, and they just need to know about them, maybe tell them about them, and then they need to make appointments, follow through with their appointments, visit, go there, have their appointments. And From does help them if they follow.
I have a question. There may be a long answer to this. If it's a long answer, let me know and we'll talk about it another time. But have we ever considered doing like a rate smoothing thing where somebody just pays an average, what their average bill has been over the past couple of years?
So like budget billing?
Yeah.
So we offer winter protection plan over the winter, and
Okay.
then we offer payment plans. But currently, those are all done like through an Excel spreadsheet. But if you're aware that we're going through that software conversion,
Right.
they offer that.
Oh, so that'll be built into so what we have right now, it's not built into the system for you to be able to do that. So, okay, gotcha. Okay.
So are you guys considering offering that as a solution
Yes.
once you get the new software?
So we're going to start the new software.
Yeah.
It is an option. Are we going to offer it day one? No.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
is it something that we're going to eventually be able to use? Yes.
Okay.
But we don't have it turned on or turned off type of thing, but we are just trying to use it like a normal software, not use all of the advantages it uses right at day one.
Right. Yeah, that would be overwhelming. You
Yeah.
want to
And,
get your basic functions going and then
Right.
and
add
Julie might
functionality.
touch on this later in her report. But this conversion is a major, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, they are spending a lot of time with the vendor, and it's not, a snap of the finger and everything's converted and everything. So they are doing their due diligence, and I think we will we'll see the advantages of this new software, but it is taxing on our employees of getting it converted, and with the amount of hours that we are working with them, and
Oh yeah.
so
Like I say, I know what it's like.
We
I've
have a very
been
small
in.
office and, people in the office, so, and Megan and I do a lot, like the part that's happening first is financials. So anything besides billing, customer billing, is all financials on their system. So that's pretty much just Megan and I. So we have to do our normal job and learn the system.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a lot.
Are
But
you
it's part
kind of
of it.
running them in parallel then to?
So for the financials flip over October 9th, 19th, and then the service will go over the last day on the current software, is, January 27th. So the only part that will be in the old system is just this, the service, and we'll just run reports and pull it into financials in the new software. They seem to think, I don't know yet, they seem to think the reports, and they've done DAFRON before, so they seem to think that, yep, just run this report and bring it in.
Okay.
I'm not really sure.
We'll see
just
when
follow
we.
what they tell us.
Yeah.
So they definitely don't see a problem with
Ju-
it.
Julie, to go back a little bit, the 95 cents you're talking about, that was for the Leo program?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're putting in there, that from offers to customers.
right.
We're paying, yep, for the
Okay.
bills.
And
Yeah,
you said that's going down to a
10
okay.
cents.
down cents long.
Mhm.
Because we were overfunded or because?
We were just projecting. to put
Projecting
so
what they
much
might
in there, and not enough people are utilizing that fund. If we kept putting that much in there, we could see that we weren't going to be using that much.
Yeah.
So if you remember, the state of Michigan is requiring, if you have consumers,
Right.
which you don't, but I'm just telling you,
Yeah.
get consumers, that's $1.25, and that's putting it in there to the state of Michigan. The state of Michigan can choose where.
They go all over.
Yeah, right. But we are putting all of our money in and going all to prom. And so we were projecting with the 95 cents, it would be more than we needed. We can always increase it if we need to, but Charlie did lots of calculations and determinations, said that we would go down 10 cents. We were not needing to charge our customers so much.
Yeah, I think he reported on this like a couple months ago.
I think he did too, but it just, I just am, we should do a public service announcement about this again, because it's really crazy that it's not, people are not following through, or, you know what I'm saying, because the need is out there.
Yeah, it definitely is something that we want to talk about, but we have so many other things. We have the NASC, the Public Power Week, the Power Fest. We already have other things on the platform to
Absolutely.
educate our
if-
customers about, and haven't educated them
You guys are
any
awesome.
more about it.
I think if anything though, the onus is on From to actually promote the program for us, as they're managing it, so I don't know. But-
Yeah, I mean, anyone that calls in, we definitely tell them to call.
Okay.
I definitely send them there, because
If she could
They
put
would
out
be
something
called-
on Facebook from Lowell Light and Power, I would be sure to cut and paste and share that many times.
yeah, I'll mention it.
Okay.
I know
I'll help you do that.
She's
That's
working
one thing
on
I
a lot
know
of
how
her
to do.
request stuff
Okay.
right now, so, but I'll mention it.
All right, it's, you know. And you guys already really exhausted all your energy into the things that we really need to get done, and I understand that.
Yeah,
So,
but she might have one that we used before, she could just repost it, I believe, yeah.
thank you, Julie.
Yeah, so I'll ask her. She's out for a couple days, so probably won't be this week.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. I think we're stuff at the aging. I would say that looks very average for July. If you look back at other Julys, I don't think we're. Yeah, the 1 to 30 is higher, obviously, because that's typically, but even the 30 to 60 down there, the green looks really small to me, so I don't see any problem with that. That's obviously is something that Hillary takes care of very well and monitors. Takes a lot of her time and monitors. So, the electric requirements, don't necessarily need to. You guys can see the PCA did jump up a lot. Like I mentioned, when we were talking about PCA. She mentioned that it's going to continue to rise, so continue to see that go up.
And I guess that's because it's following like the last 6 months, right?
Right. So the look back, yes.
Yeah, so just because like residential actually did go down this month,
Mhm.
it's not gonna be immediately
No,
reflected.
it didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. So then that gets us to the outage. So that's it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Outage report had one outage in the 400 block of North Hudson, Lincoln Lake area. Had a transformer decide it had enough, one filter and blew up. So
Was it on a
You
hot
change
day?
her out and you're good to go. Nice, easy outage, 77 minutes, pretty quick for getting there, getting there, getting to the outage, getting back to the shop, grabbing a can, getting back to there and getting here. That's pretty good outage. That's a pretty good time.
Do
That
we
is good.
have a program, or maybe this will happen with the new stuff, that tracks our transformers and how old they are?
Oh
Or,
yeah.
yeah.
That age has nothing to do with it. They just give out.
Yeah.
Every day we get an MDM report that tells us every transformer that's overloaded. This transformer has never once been on that list.
Wow. So
And
it just a
honestly, the transformers that are from the 40s and 50s that are still up probably will never die. They just keep humming along at any load you give them. They were
Wow.
built so overkill back then, where the new ones now are built.
Yeah.
To the standard.
minimum tolerances rather than maximum tolerances. Yeah.
Overdue is what it was. So, I mean, we track it every day. I know Megan looks at it. I look at it every day.
Yep.
Okay.
Hillary looks at
It
it.
changes all the time. So we keep a really close eye on that.
Yes. Okay, so the income statement, again, like I said, the first month of the fiscal year. It's hard to compare, unless you want to compare back to last year, but obviously a different budget, so hard to do that, but does anyone have any questions on the income statement, or I can just keep going?
Keep going.
The one thing that Charlie did want me to mention was what I've already mentioned, is that the PCA was high, and that the net income is higher this month, just in general for July, higher bills.
And if we get out of here in record time, Charlie, it'll be,
Blame
we
him.
can blame Charlie for all that.
Mention that. Okay, so then the capital budget, there's a few things that we spent some money towards, but Zach and his crew have been just hammering the capital budget, which is awesome to see that. And so obviously it costs money to do such things.
And things are moving along, so
Mhm.
that's great.
Yep. And then on to our distribution report that Zach will talk about.
Yeah, so here we have our distribution report. Something to notice on there, and I believe it's next page down, little G drive. All the conduit has been bored in. Primary has been pulled into half of it, and we converted our first customer today. Hopefully going to be done with the entire project by this time next month, if everything goes somewhat smooth. Then the one below it, the wastewater treatment plant there, that was our first project of 2027 that got completed for 2027. So that was an awesome little project. Got working. It kind of killed two birds with one stone, because we got voltage conversion for the wastewater treatment plant, which got rid of a 16,000 pound step down transformer that we cannot lift without calling somebody. So if it would have failed in the middle of the night, we would have had to call somebody, waited 3 hours for them to get here.
Is it also in the flood zone?
No, it is built up on a stage
okay.
that is out of the flood zone. So that's a big win. But it also, for the new fields that everybody has seen down there, they are putting pumps in for irrigation. So we're tapping off that line to get them their power as well. So it's kind of a
Very good.
dual, get it in quicker so we can help the field and get rid of a transfer really quick. So it's a great project. And then the last one, the drone, we got some videos coming up at the end. You guys would like to watch them?
Yep.
I guess you don't get a choice, it's during the package, so.
Zach, I have one question regarding the wastewater treatment plant. Going forward, if we do the major upgrade that needs to be done, will this power that you guys put down there be able to handle it, or we gotta continue to look at adding
There
down
is,
there for a major? Cause that was a big concern that I was reading.
I mean, the power's there. We
Yeah.
have power for you.
Okay,
It's probably more on location. You're
okay.
probably, if you're expanding it and where you're expanding it, but,
Okay.
you know, not necessarily that. I mean, we can always throw a 2 MVA transformer there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're gonna
Yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, like stuff that comes into effect for that, but we can get power there. It's right down South Road, so.
I mean, I think I heard the big picture number is basically doubling the capacity, so,
We've easily got that.
yeah.
They probably can't come into that transformer though, because
Right.
it's probably loaded, so we'll have to come off it, but that's.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely.
The next one's Casey. Alex is not here, but there's a portion that Zach's gonna talk about, right, Zach?
Yeah, the distribution study, the final report has been done and all of that. We also ran the generators, for 8 hours. And we had Holly, one of our new guys that just started from Portland, come in and got help out with that and see that whole experience. So it was a pretty cool day for him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next work meeting I'll let you see. So yeah.
He can tell you all.
Yeah, he can give you all the good stuff. But it went very well. So.
Yes. Yeah, I think he had some things that he had malfunction, right, when he was running the.
Yeah, he had temperature.
But then he fixed them the next day, so it's back up and ready to operate, so.
Yeah, the electric motor.
He's very on top of that. Let's see, so the office one, we listed a bunch of stuff that we are in the middle of. The service and the financials consists of a lot of other modules within that, but then the other stuff that we're also doing is the Smart Hub. So that's the payment app for our customers to make their payment. We're creating and designing a new bill. The trust grid is all like IT stuff to for different vendors to be able to get into our system to do all the stuff we need to do, and then for us to obviously get to NAFC to get their system up and running. Some of that is Casey does more than I know about, but I just know he helps us get that figured out. The document management is more of how you can scan documents in. They'll go to like accounts payable. We'll scan in customers' applications, different documents that we will be scanning in, and they'll be saved in our vault. Payment options, and what that is all the different payment types that people can pay. That all has to be set up. So you have to get with the iPhone people and the Android people and set all this up, and you have to do it now for it to be ready in January. It takes that long to process, get approvals, and all the steps that need to happen. So we're in the middle of doing all that as well. So it's got lots of things there. Alyssa also is helping regarding the new app and launching to get the software so that when that is ready, she had to design different things, give them like our color codes and all that, similar to what I was just describing with the payment options. And then I also mentioned that we are doing the community events, so we're having that Power Fest in September. Public Power Week is a couple weeks after that, the first week in October. And then we have really been spending a lot of time on the RP3, because that is also due in September. We're trying to have it ready to submit September 1st. So we have all of September in case we're not ready, but we have maybe a handful of items that we still need to finish because we started early because we knew with the NISC that we would have other things to do. So that is obviously going on as well. And Charlie's manager's report is the next thing. We did want me to make sure you guys saw the section about the MPPA, all the future, just they have a lot going MPPA. which involves us, which involves Charlie, who's very involved in MPK, occupies a lot of his time, so. There's a lot of stuff listed there, so definitely take note of all the stuff that he listed. If you have any questions, you can ask him. Let's see. Yeah, so the letter C, that generation expansion, that's what they're traveling to Texas about, touring the facility, just to get more information. Oh, my meeting will end in 5 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if that's for sure, but I didn't set a timer, so I don't know why it would do that, but hopefully that's not the case. So yeah, so he's out there viewing and determining different generation options, and this is one of the places that they chose to look at to see which one they would like to go get more information about. So the MERS, we talked about that a little bit. RP3, we already talked about. The mural, you guys are aware that we're getting a mural on our building. The person that is the artist, he's not from around here, and his other locations that he's doing other items for each of them have been delayed due to weather. So he not supposed to be here until I think the start of September. That's later than the other ones. I think they all kind of wanted the locations to be working on them together, and they're not gonna. I think the one thing they did comment is that it might work out that the scaffolding could be used the place that someone's using it now, and then for this guy when he comes to ours, where they might have had to rent 2 or something. So now this might work out because this guy's a little bit later, but so you won't see anything happening to our building until September.
And it was on channel 17 today.
About them,
It was
oh,
in general.
yeah, okay.
I saw it yesterday.
Did it show like the pictures of what it's supposed to be?
They had the artist that was working down by the city parking lot, and
Chamber.
then also in the
Stony Creek,
Stony Creek,
so whatever.
Oh, Creekside?
or Creekside.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know the different people that are doing, but I think each place has a different artist, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both Ledger, both First Look, whichever one, they have an article before.
Okay.
Ours is in there, talks about
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I looked.
Where did you say that?
Low Ledger.
The Ledger, okay, yeah, okay, I believe you.
Or First Look, it could be one of the two.
Yeah. Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
I click on one and I click on another.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so the anniversaries we had for July, Megan and Nancy both started in July, 12 years ago. Casey celebrating his 8th anniversary. So lots of good, very July anniversaries. And then next thing is some pictures. So we have the Dr. Road. We went a couple weeks ago now, I guess.
Yeah.
And cleaned up the road. And then you probably want to talk about this drone thing over here, right?
Yeah, I just need to zoom out a little more.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so we've had a drone out looking at this bank, and here's some pictures you can see of 2 of the cutouts that as soon as I got anywhere near, you could instantly tell they were broken. All 3 cutouts ended up being broken. So it changed the way we went about doing this project and killed it at the road instead of at the bank. And then that was that, and we didn't have a big fireball in our face. So just happened to be out there to test it out and do some video with it, and ended up saving us a potential hazard. So pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
You guys will actually see the video of this in the end.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then the next thing is The schedule of the meetings. Not think anything's different than normal. Next meeting is September 15th.
First Thursday after the second Monday.
Yeah.
First full Tuesday.
Right.
What's the difference between a full Tuesday and a partial Tuesday? I'm not sure.
Maybe, I don't know, the holiday, maybe some. Okay. So we're starting the next.
So you mentioned the blood drive on there. I didn't see a date anywhere.
It was at the end there. There's just a little
Yep, that's,
blurb of the
Okay, mistake.
it's the first Monday of Public Power Week. I think it's October 5th.
yes, it is October 5th.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh.
And we're having it here this year, do you know? Instead of, we're having it here instead of the office.
Yes.
Oh, here?
Yeah, this is the area that, we had it last year, which I'll be showing you, but, we expanded the area, the space for robotics, so there's not a.
Oh, yeah.
The
Gotcha.
space last year was not big enough.
They don't,
No.
they don't do
Yeah.
it in mobile.
What?
They don't do it in like a bus. They have it
No, it was too big for that. So they're actually gonna have, I think, 2 more bedrooms. I heard.
I think so, and we're expanding the time, yeah.
Expand the time. Because we had to turn away.
Yeah, last year.
Quite a few people had to get turned away, so.
Yeah,
I got
Yeah.
turned on.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
didn't do it, but-
yeah. So, okay, so then we're on to the supplemental information. Anyone have any questions on that? Performance data, benevolence, extended income statement, or the account scale.
Just noticed you guys sent Lowell Friends of the Flat $200. Thank you very much. I'm assuming you sent a check to our PO box. Do you know?
No,
Okay.
I'm guessing whatever we received, like the information to put the,
Okay.
Work
We'll,
has been-
we'll check in. We'll check in on that. See where it went. 'Cause I
Yeah.
didn't see it in one of our mailboxes. So if it went to our PO box, that's super.
nope, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so then we have to issue the
Yeah, real good.
need history, you guys have any questions on it?
I haven't talked to him, but he has his own,
Okay.
so he's
So then,
pretty good. So he's pretty good at that.
so the next thing is the robotics area. So Alyssa helped put together this little, so if you guys can see that.
That looks nice.
It used to be.
So it used to go kind of where that ladder is, used to go straight across. Well, you can see the board that was still down there. That's been removed.
And then expanded.
And the reason why it was the shape that it was, that side, the other side of the partition wall was not,
Didn't have cement. or-
didn't have cement, the
floor.
holes in the.
Big pits for those.
So those have been filled in. So I took the wall down partially and we reorientated it. Paulie helped me move one big section and then I was able to get the rest of it moved. And then I didn't know this, but they roll out some carpet. The robots run on carpeting, so I had, as you can see, 3 different styles of carpet tiles. So difference is we painted the walls. Zach got new lights in above it, so it's nice and bright. And we I put carpet tiles down so it's more permanent. And they can test and run their robots on that. And then some areas where the new concrete was, I painted the floor so that it would minimize the dust. My theory is the nicer that we make it, the better it will be taken care of, so.
They gotta build a Roomba.
Huh?
I said they need to build a Roomba.
Yeah.
I don't know how it would work out there, they usually have
They always get.
I don't,
certain things on the floor that it wouldn't be able to.
it almost looked like chaos.
Not the floor, the only spaces that they don't have something on the floor can be empty.
Okay.
The rest of the space is usually very full with their items.
And the other with Charlie's direction, I gave Alyssa, we're having a signage made to go outside the building underneath the one door. This door that's on, is that Broadway? Door that's on Broadway, because the mural is going to incorporate the garage door and the other man door. So we don't want to interfere with that. And then on the inside, on the white wall, having a, she's working on it. I gave her some ideas that it's going to say, this robotic facility provided through the generosity of Lowell Light and Power, with the support of the board, and it's listing in small print, it's listing the 5 board members on there. So you'll have some, I think we want to have some recognition, because we are actually, we voted, and we're providing this area with no cost to we're not charging rent or anything. So, and Brian was very appreciative, and so yeah, it almost doubles their area. And when we're doing it, you'll see the one door. So the other side is where we're storing, collecting, where we collect the refrigerators, the appliances that get turned back in. And it's not accessible to the robotics. So there's 2 doorways that get you into that. But I did, instead of going straight across, I did go around that and include that door, because I just was more comfortable if there was ever anything that happened on the west side of the building and they needed to exit, they could, I mean, there's a deadbolt on that, but they could get out that door if need be. So that took up a week of my time. So, but it was an enjoyable, well, one of the nights, just so you know, I woke up at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, fighting to get back to sleep.
Yeah.
And you finally went, you know what? I'm just going to get up and I'm going to go down. So I went down there at 2:30 and started and worked all night one night.
Wow. Wow.
After kickstart, probably.
Yeah.
Well, it was,
Very
I couldn't get back to sleep.
I know the board here really emphasizes safety. I would like to get you guys consider to put in some type of a crash bar for exit on there versus a deadbolt. You never know if that deadbolt, that door has swung enough that I couldn't open it up, but with at least a crash bar, I know I'm gonna get free egress to get out.
It only swings in.
Oh, it swings in, that's even worse. Sorry. So you actually couldn't do a crash bar.
So the other
That's
part,
all right.
the other part of it has 2 exits.
Oh, it does have 2 exits?
Yeah, it has-
Okay,
It has,
all right.
well, actually 3 exits. It has the door that leads out to the west on Broadway.
Yep.
And then in the little parking lot, it has another man door.
Okay.
And then it also has the garage door that has the controls and everything right there. So they do have 3 exits.
Because I didn't see an exit sign above it either, which is probably a good thing, because
Right.
you don't want to draw them towards it.
Right. And it was, for me, it was an afterthought. It was like,
Yeah.
I could have gone straight across there, but I was just going, well, I'm gonna go around it. And the other part of it too, making that U shape around there, then also stiffen the wall up. So, so anyway, that's, yeah, but because any commercial door would need to.
If you ever remodel, you can always reverse the door.
Thank you, Perry, for all that work. That's huge. Thank you.
It was fun, but I mean,
There was a lot of heart into that project.
well, it was, first time Charlie went, no, we're not painting it, and Charlie was up in Marquette, so I made that decision that we're painting it. Got the spray painter out, and
Executive decision.
There you go.
so, no,
Okay, the next thing we're doing is the drone footage
Yay!
of the wastewater plant. Okay. Stay tuned.
There we go.
Yeah, so that, what you just seen the corner up there, that was the transformer that weighs 16,000 pounds.
Okay.
Wow.
The zoom on this camera is absolutely unreal. We had it flying over at the shop or the office, and it was directly above the building. We zoomed into King Milling's bins, and we could read the bolts.
Wow.
so, did you have to take lessons? Did you take a class, how to fly it, how to do it?
Took my what is it, FAA commercial pilot's license for drones. I took that class, which entails zero flying. I've flown little drones before. This one's a little drone, but much bigger than the ones I've flown before.
Okay.
So some of the controls that you're used to here. It's
You want me to go?
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Going forward just a little bit, you'll see the kind of where the wire ties are at here. Show you how close you can just zoom into the wire ties and look at each one. And when we have outages now, instead of taking a bucket and flying up to each one, I can zoom down a line in like 10 minutes and check everything out. We've got some crew out there.
So approximately how high is the drone from where you are? I mean, are you 100 feet up? Are you?
Right now,
Yeah.
I'm probably 75 or 80 feet in the air, and that's a 40-foot pole.
Okay.
Wow.
Pole. So you can see the ties.
I like what you can see on the street. So if the city was in this one, you could go down and check the pavers on the street and see how bad it really is without having to drive every mile and just
Yeah. You can skip to the other video now if you'd like. They're
Okay.
pouring in
crack sealing.
underground conduit for the wastewater treatment plant there. And then this is the removal of the Nirvana where we found those cutouts. So this is just them taking down some insulators.
And I watched the video earlier that wasn't doing this cutting in and out. I'm not sure if it's because I'm connected to so many things that definitely is
probably.
the drone.
It is insanely clear
Yeah.
footage. I mean,
It's really stable.
but
The footage is really stable too.
Yeah.
when I'm not trying to fly it,
But even so, it's still trying to.
Yeah.
When you're all the way zoomed in, it like stays
Yeah.
relatively still. That's pretty.
And it was windy that day. There's
I can see it moving.
10 mile-an-hour wind that day. And
Okay.
it's I don't know what I did there, but it automatically focused the gyro straight. No idea what happened there. I still to this day don't know how I did that. it's never done that before, but
It's a learning process.
yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a learning process. If you want to fast forward a little bit, we'll skip to yeah, there you go. This is us going over to look at that. And so the cool part about this part, Charlie right here logged into our mobile app that we have for this and was watching me fly this at this moment in Lansing. So that's the other cool
That's
part about
very
this.
cool.
Yeah. He wanted to see the transformer, or I think. So he wanted to see, yeah, I think he wanted to see the transformer or something right there. He was texting me.
Oh, while you were playing.
Well, that's fine.
Jeez.
So,
I don't know if there's flying at tests.
yeah.
So he's texting like 4 to the left, a little more.
And then,
Then he's just standing
The
there.
other one's the thermal.
so this is the
Fake
thermal camera on it.
On the
And
drive.
it's same, I believe it's the same, yeah.
Mhm.
So it's just a thermal
Snow,
camera.
no.
Yeah, white is hot and
Yep.
black is cold. It's pretty sweet. You can't zoom in on your thermal, but I mean that you can just get closer.
Yeah.
It works pretty well though.
Yeah. Have you caught anything hot with it yet? Unexpectedly hot?
I've only flown it 7 times.
Oh, okay.
Turns out we weren't supposed to fly it.
Hey, you can see the heat on the bottom of those vehicles going, right?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
exhaust and stuff.
We had to get insurance on it.
Bottom of
We
the-
Yeah.
got clearance today.
We didn't know that we had to have a special
Special.
policy just for that.
Okay.
So now we have a special policy just for that,
Okay.
and we're good to go.
We're all
But
good
yeah,
to go.
so
What's a
Yeah.
thermal, like, what kind of things do you expect to catch?
loose connections is the biggest one. Those kind of arc in between there and start heating up. That's number one thing.
Or if we get a bad storm, you can size things up. there.
No, yeah, you can fly it out, and as long as I can see it, I can fly there, essentially.
How long of a time range do you get?
49 minutes per battery.
Okay.
We have 4 batteries. By the time you're through the 4th battery, the first battery's charged.
Wow.
So it's pretty sweet.
You have a self-docking station where it comes back to you when it's low, or you have to bring it back?
No, so if you're gonna run into a tree, it automatically brings it back home.
Okay.
If you're gonna,
Oh, that's
it loses
perfect.
its signal, it automatically comes
Come
back
back
home.
home, okay.
So you can press a button for it to come back home, but when you first log into it, there's a bunch of, preset things you gotta put in it for it to come back. So it knows the path to come back. And then, it comes back within an inch. I mean, it's literally exactly where. So it's a pretty sweet thing. And the main reason we got it was for the transmission line that was misery to walk 7 miles in swamp. So this is gonna save a lot of misery. And then all the uses that we're gonna find with it. Storm restoration is gonna be a huge one. Especially when Charlie can log in from home and we can fly up and show him what's actually going down the tree that happened, or if we have to have other crews come in, we can, have video of them before they get there and say, hey, this is what you're getting into, this is what we need. And so there's, I think the use cases for it probably went through the roof from the when we bought it to now, but it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
You launch it up here.
Yeah, I unfortunately left it over at the office because I didn't have insurance for it, so I didn't want to tempt myself. But now we have insurance for it, so
Okay.
if you want next meeting, if it's not too long of a meeting, I can bring it out and we can fly it.
No, I just like, I guess I'm thinking like if you can control the remote, like, obviously remotely.
Yeah.
If you weren't here, but you were the person that could fly, you'd be able to like, hey Casey, go sit in the parking lot so I can.
No, I have to be visually line of sight for it.
Oh, okay.
If anybody else flies it, I have to have a jumper from my controller to their controller, and then
And that's a cord.
it's a cord. It's corded.
So you can't
And
be
mine,
remote.
if I touch anything on mine, it overrides this,
Okay.
and that's a FAA rule. So that's you can apply for clearances, so I can't go over up to 400 feet in the air without clearance, and can't go out of line of sight without clearance. However, there are some companies that are working on getting their system put in with geolocks around certain things, which ours can geolock anything. And we would be able to fly it anywhere without, it's a blanket statement. Each year you just reapply for the permit from FAA, and then they would give you the permit and you go ahead and shoot fly. I can fly from here, like, I think it's 3 or 4 miles, something like that.
So, in the future, will you be, will other employees get their license or?
I highly doubt it.
Okay.
It was.
And what if you're on vacation?
It's on vacation, you're out of luck.
Like,
It was like a 3-week long, 2-week long training thing with the class and that. And it's pretty extensive to justify losing that much work out of a line guy, to be completely honest with you, I think. And if it's a line guy, we should be working for the most part when it's an outage storm, when you need it instantly.
Right.
And if not, it's not an urgent thing. So I don't think we're going to. We haven't really talked about that, but I personally don't think we quite really need to have one.
Okay.
We
I mean,
but, yeah. So
anything else with that?
no.
Does anyone else have any questions regarding that? No, I think that's all I have.
okay, the next board meeting will be September 15th. It'll be Pink Arrow Week. Board comments, Tina.
There's 2 comments. September 15th meeting, I'm not gonna be there. Also, for our mural, I would really like to have Lowell Light and Power have cameras on our mural, on our building, please. Because you never know, and that's a lot of money that the Arts Council and all these grants to paint that. And if anything should happen to it.
So we already have a camera there.
Mhm.
So
So if anybody runs up and spray paints it, like they have in past buildings.
Cameras in that area. There's a ton of.
Isn't that the 360? Is that the right word?
Yeah,
That one?
Yeah,
360 camera on that corner
Mhm.
would easily catch it. I think, and pretty much anywhere they come from, you would be able to see them.
Okay.
If the cameras all overlap a little bit.
Yeah, I'll show
Yeah,
you.
I'm not sure if it's got
I
the
don't
3 heads in it,
see
the
it
one
right
that comes straight down,
Yeah.
and the 4-headed axles. I don't know what axis one you got, but yeah.
To the left is where my office is,
Uh-huh.
right? So then all the way to the right, all those Seal Sport cameras, that's where they're gonna be painting.
Yeah, the views.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do.
So like, for example.
No, they weren't.
Like this
We added more to it.
shows that side of the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one.
That was a rolling stop.
Pretty typical. Well, there it is.
Oh, that's an employee. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's right where it's gonna be painted.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which, when they painted the white, they covered it up because of the like the camera,
Mhm.
but I think, when we're not there, I'm sure they would uncover it. And then the last one is this side. Oh, sorry, there we go.
Oh, that's straighten it down.
All this.
No. So I'm thinking that, because that mural goes all the way to the end of that building, maybe another.
End of what building?
No, it doesn't.
There's not.
It doesn't go past.
No, because the fencing's there.
Okay, show us, Matt. Does this go down the whole side of that building?
So it goes, but a mural is only going to where that fence
Oh,
is.
just to the
Yeah.
fence?
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right, yeah, we just had the whole thing
I mean, they
like
did.
that, white seal and all of it. Until the sun. I think for the sun to be, think of it, so.
So, yeah, you guys are gone for the weekend and come back, and there's somebody that spray painted them, you have the capability to go back into the cloud and grab it.
Usually,
Okay, it would just break my heart that, and I don't know if the other murals are, they have cameras that's gonna be there.
I don't believe there's any on the chamber building, and I don't believe there's any on by the parking lot, by the city parking lot over there.
I would hope
Unless the
not.
vendor.
It's just a lot of money and a lot of time to bring, for them, they have brought this together, so that's, let me see, so. The GFI test, I'm gonna do that, so thank you. And to the employees of Lowell and Power, you guys are definitely a huge badge of honor. And I just told my vice president of Blue Cross Blue Shield as I was walking out the door today, is I had a meeting here. And he said that sometimes he would like to he'll probably sit over there sometime and come to a meeting and see what we do. With that, that's my comment.
Andrew,
What's I gonna say? So I did want to say thanks, Harry, for putting all that together for the robotics team. I'm glad we got the coordination worked out in terms, with Brian and all that. You did mention the fact that we're kind of providing this free of charge, which was very important to that team because they don't charge kids to join the team, and we don't cut kids off the team, and so it's there's a lot of teams that do that, believe it or not. A lot of robotics teams have cuts for tryouts, and you got to pay a certain amount to join the team just to help fund it. And Brian does not like to do that. He's trying to just make it very easy to access. So I think that's so it's very huge that there's a spot they can go to that is free, that is this capable, that's this big and this suitable for this type of purpose. So thanks again for supporting all that, because it's just a nice thing to have in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Just good job to Julie for running the meeting.
Yeah.
So doing a good job keeping it short.
Yeah, I'm not as winded as Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie, who?
Yeah.
He's full of more information than my brain can handle.
Yeah. I know you were saying earlier you guys can't speak eloquently like he can. You guys did a pretty good job between you and Zach. So
Yeah, thank you.
it's nice to know that we don't need Charlie if he has someone else to be, that he has to take care of things.
Charlie wants Tuesday nights off once a month.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you, Craig. No, you guys want to hear.
So that's all for me then.
Daniel,
Congratulations to Megan and Nancy and Casey. It's like all those are long times. Yeah, short meeting. Excited to see some of the things. I think the drone was cool. Could be really helpful with that, with the transmission line especially. And maybe there's some other spots that'll be really helpful. Yeah, nothing else.
Tim,
That's 32 years of experience from 3 employees, and that's a pretty good record. I mean, that's a lot of experience stuff that you guys get to deal with. The other thing, I know October's going to be here before you know it, and I know you guys do the pumpkin giveaway. I will be up in Traverse City this year for one of our fall meetings, so I will get somebody to carny with Charlie out front, getting those people into the pumpkins. Yeah, I'll make sure that happens. And that the boat is open on Friday for you guys too, because I know you like to set up Friday.
Yes, we
So
do.
it's around the corner, and I'm gonna miss that part of it, because it's always fun hanging out there for a couple hours with Charlie. Yeah, so it's around the corner. That's all I got today.
Craig,
Perry, great job on the robotics. Well, yeah, thanks.
enjoyed it.
congrats to Megan and Nancy on 12 years and Casey on 8. And yeah, as far as the IT transfer, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a slog. I know and I'm just, yeah, again, wish you the best. I'll try to say that every month until it's done.
Okay. Yeah, congratulations to our employees. I forgot, I was attending the council meeting last night, and I just wanted to, Rec Park is really looking nice. I went by there and I saw, I think it was Mr. Laux, it was tree trimming, trimmed up the tree there where the where the park sign was, and I saw today that they have a new sign there, and the city made I think the city made a great choice of utilizing that park with Ken Palkowski's group, and we're gonna see a lot of activity down there, which brings activity to the city.
What they did to move that fence too from there all wherever they refurbished it, that looks nice too.
So it
Yeah.
really looks nice. Light and power, again, I think it's a good, the robotics, it's a good, it's a good partnership with Lowell Light and Power and the robotics and helping them out. And enough said there. And I'll really like it when we get some signage there that kind of shows what that building is being utilized for. And with that, I really can't think of anything else. So I would entertain a motion. Oh, well, let me back up, because I said this. Pink Arrow, the August 30th, I believe, will be a polo and pink out at Meadowview Farms, which will kick that off. Soccer will be on September 14th. Volleyball will be Wednesday, September 16th. And the football game will be September 18th. 2 different styles of shirts this year. You can get the dry fit shirt or the cotton shirt, either or. Those will be available through right now, Fandango. This next week they'll be available at Heidi's Farm Market and also Red Barn Market up by off Alton Nash at Murray Lake. And then they will be selling those shirts at Thursday night football games up to the Pink Arrow game. So with that, and I think this next week I thank Lowell Light and Power ahead of time. We'll be getting the banners up on Main Street. So with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And supported.
It's been moved and supported. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Don't forget your cheese.
And